Hello friends, welcome to another video from Carolina's Cottage. This is Johnny and today I have some great things to show you for inexpensive cottage and spring decor that you can make yourself. These are a few things that I picked up at Goodwill recently and I'm going to flip them into something that's a little bit more spring and a little bit more cottagey, so stay tuned and see what fun we have doing this. As usual, I will clean these items and repair them if they need it and give them a base coat of chalk paint. This piece does have some dents and scratches that I think the chalk paint will just be able to cover. It's on canvas and it has a little plaster trim, so I think this is going to turn out really cute. These next two pieces are similar in design, but they're made of something a little bit more sturdy. What I liked about these, like the first two, is the trim that's on the side. So I think whatever I add to these is going to be really cute with the accents that are already on this piece. Another thing that made these pieces quick and easy to flip is that the edges and the border are a nice enough color and in good enough condition that I can just leave them. So I'm only going to redo the center part of these pieces. Make a piece very similar to this by just using either plywood or canvas and using air dry clay to make molds for the edges like this. The artwork that I'll be using on these pieces is from the Graphics Fairy website, and they're all free downloads. And I had tried those a couple years ago, but had difficulty with my printer as far as the ink smearing when I used decoupage medium on them. But in the meantime, I've gotten a new printer, and I've also used a thicker copy paper for these, which may have made the difference as well. So I'm going to look at the selections. I need to narrow these down, and my initial plan was to use a different design on each of these four pieces, but I liked the bird with the pink roses so well that I decided to use that on all of them, and I'm going to keep one of each size for myself, and I'll put the other two in my booth space to sell. I trimmed all of these pieces to see which sizes fit best on the backgrounds. I really do like the sheep and the bunny, but I'll just use these on another project in the future. And if you're enjoying this video so far, please give it a thumbs up. By doing that, you can help me tell YouTube I'm out here, I'm making videos, and hopefully these will get sent out to people who like these kinds of videos. So thank you for doing that. As I add decoupage medium, I'm going to start in the middle after I have positioned this on the piece so that it is centered. One thing I did discover is that I probably used a little bit too much medium in the center, and that caused the paper to wrinkle. As I went forward making these pieces, I'm really going to try to put a little bit less medium underneath there so it smooths out a little better. This little guy is a bit quirky. He sits on the top of a jar, or he could even sit on top of a candle, I think. I think he needs a remake because his colors are a little outdated, plus they have a little bit of a metallic finish on it. So I'm going to give him a couple of coats of white chalk paint. This vintage lamp has pretty detail on it, and typically I would use a neutral color or a pastel color, but I decided to do something different and use this kind of a moss green on this piece. This paint is just a container that I had on hand. I don't even know if the company is in business anymore. It's made by Mud Paint, but you could probably find a similar color in other paint brands as well. It is a chalk paint. The shade that came with this is in good condition, so I'm just going to give it 3 coats of ivory colored chalk paint. Here's another cute small lamp. This one hangs on the wall, and I'm going to put 2 coats of this green chalk paint on the lamp. I really don't need to do any surface preparation other than cleaning the piece because chalk paint usually adheres very well. The shade that it has with it is cute and it's a good style. It has a plastic lining on the inside which was cracked, so I actually used my decoupage medium to paint the inside, and that helped adhere the cracked plastic to the outer fabric on the shade and made it a little bit more stable and allowed me to repurpose it. So I gave it a coat of decoupage medium on the inside and the outside. Once those were dry, I sanded the outside to get rid of the fibers that were standing up a little bit, and then I gave it 2 coats of white chalk paint. I also added some accent trim on the top and bottom with the green chalk paint, and I will come back in a couple minutes and use Iron Orchid Design stamps to give it a little bit more cottage look. Unfortunately, it looks like I did not have my camera recording when I was applying the Iron Orchid design stamps to this lampshades, but I will include a pop-up at the end of the video that you could click on and watch another video of mine where I do demonstrate how to use Iron Orchid design stamps. And here are the finished items, transformed very inexpensively. Please remember to give this video a thumbs up. Thank you for watching today, and I will see you in the next video.